The Knight with the Iron Mask, the cursed prisoner who haunted European palaces, a medieval mystery unveiled. Welcome, dear viewers, to Tales Labyrinth, the channel where history's greatest mysteries unfold before your eyes. Today, we present an extraordinary tale, The Knight with the Iron Mask, the cursed prisoner who haunted European palaces. Please support our channel by liking, subscribing, and sharing this journey through time. Stay with us until the very end to discover the shocking truth behind this legendary figure. Let the mystery begin. First, the capture and imprisonment. In the year of our Lord, 1273, during the height of medieval European power struggles, a terrible event unfolded within ancient kingdom walls. A renowned knight named Sir Aldrich, celebrated throughout the realm for his valor in holy crusades, returned from distant lands bearing secrets that would seal his fate forever. The king's guards arrested him at midnight within his stone manor, dragging him through cobblestone streets while terrified peasants watched from wooden shutters and darkened doorways silently. They transported the prisoner to a remote fortress built upon jagged cliffs overlooking turbulent seas, where waves crashed against rocks and seabirds circled the imposing towers endlessly. Within the castle's deepest chamber, royal blacksmiths forged an iron mask designed to cover the knight's entire face, locking away his identity from the world permanently and cruelly. The mask was riveted onto his head in a torchlit dungeon, while hooded executioners worked silently, their hammers echoing through vaulted corridors lined with ancient tapestries and suits. Sir Aldrich screamed as the cold metal enclosed his face forever, transforming him from celebrated hero into nameless prisoner, stripped of dignity, recognition, and human connection completely. Second, life behind the Iron Mask. The masked knight lived in a circular tower cell with a single narrow window overlooking endless forests, where wolves howled at the moon each cold winter night. Stone walls wept with moisture and torchlight flickered across iron bars, while rats scurried through moldy straw covering the damp floor beneath his weary feet, constantly and persistently. Guards delivered bread and thin gruel twice daily through a small opening, never speaking to the prisoner, treating him as a ghost already dead to the living world. The iron mask prevented him from eating normally, forcing him to consume food through a small opening near his mouth, making every meal a humiliating struggle. Years passed slowly, like centuries, while seasons changed beyond his window, spring blossoms giving way to golden autumn leaves, then harsh winter snow covering the landscape repeatedly. The prisoner scratched marks upon stone walls, counting endless days, his only companions being memories of past glories now fading like dreams upon waking each terrible morning. Other prisoners whispered that the masked man was royalty, perhaps the king's brother or a rival prince, his face hidden to prevent recognition and potential rescue. Third, whispers and legends spreading. Rumors about the mysterious masked prisoner spread through medieval villages like wildfire, carried by traveling merchants, wandering minstrels, and servants who glimpsed him through tower windows. Peasants gathering at village wells traded stories about the cursed knight, each tale growing more fantastic, claiming he possessed supernatural powers or carried terrible curses upon him. In candlelit taverns, drunken soldiers spoke of seeing the masked figure standing motionless at his window during thunderstorms, lightning illuminating his iron face like a demon. Noble ladies in silk gowns whispered during grand feasts that the prisoner was an immortal being, condemned by ancient magic to wander eternally between life and death. Priests warned their congregations that the masked knight represented divine punishment for unspeakable sins, urging faithful Christians to pray for his tortured soul's eventual redemption and salvation. Artists painted portraits imagining the face beneath the mask, some depicting angelic beauty, others showing monstrous deformity, each interpretation reflecting society's deepest fears and fascinations obsessively. The legend transcended borders as foreign diplomats carried tales back to distant kingdoms, making the iron-masked prisoner famous throughout Europe despite his complete anonymity. Fourth, the quest for lost identity. After 15 years of imprisonment, something changed within the masked knight's broken spirit, igniting a desperate determination to reclaim his stolen identity and freedom somehow. He began studying his guards' routines meticulously, memorizing shift changes, noting which sentries drank wine excessively, and identifying weaknesses in the fortress's ancient security measures carefully. The prisoner communicated through scratched symbols on his food tray, eventually befriending a young guard named Thomas, who felt pity for the suffering man's unbearable situation. Thomas secretly brought parchment and quill, allowing the masked knight to write letters describing his true identity, his noble lineage, and the conspiracy that destroyed him. These letters were smuggled beyond castle walls to sympathetic nobles who began investigating the mysterious prisoner's claims, discovering evidence of terrible injustice and royal corruption hidden. A plot formed among reform-minded lords to rescue the masked knight during the king's upcoming birthday celebration, when security would be distracted by festivities and wine. The prisoner waited anxiously, his heart pounding within his chest as Liberation Day approached, perhaps offering his only chance to reveal his face and reclaim his name. Fifth, the revelation and legacy. On the appointed night, rebel knights infiltrated the fortress disguised as entertainers, their weapons concealed beneath colorful jester costumes and musicians' robes flowing like water through corridors. They reached the tower cell, overpowered sleeping guards, and used stolen keys to free the masked prisoner after nearly 2 decades of cruel and unjust captivity. The rescue party fled through secret passages built centuries earlier, emerging into moonlit forests, where horses waited to carry them towards sanctuary in a neighboring friendly kingdom. Upon reaching safety, skilled blacksmiths worked carefully for hours, removing the rusted iron mask, their tools sparking against metal while the prisoner trembled with anticipation and fear. When the mask finally fell away, observers gasped, seeing not a monster, but a middle-aged man with dignity etched into weathered features and wisdom shining in eyes. Sir Aldrich revealed he had discovered the king's plan to murder his own father, and speaking this truth earned him imprisonment rather than execution to avoid martyrdom. His story spread throughout Europe, inspiring reforms in justice systems and becoming a powerful symbol of tyranny's cruelty and the indomitable human spirit's resistance against oppression. Thus concludes the haunting tale of the Knight with the Iron Mask, a story that reminds us how power can strip away identity, yet the human spirit remains unbreakable. This medieval legend teaches us about justice, courage, and the importance of truth, even when facing overwhelming darkness. Sir Aldrich's ordeal symbolizes every person who has suffered injustice throughout history. If you enjoyed this journey through Tales Labyrinth, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more incredible historical mysteries and legends. Share your thoughts in the comments. What other medieval mysteries would you like us to explore? Hit the notification bell to never miss our upcoming adventures through history's most fascinating corridors. Thank you for watching, and until our next tale, keep searching for truth within the labyrinth.